we're headed to the Hood Canal and Hama Hama River to check out a 5th-generation oyster farm.
I'm here with Adam James with the Hama Hama Oyster Farms, and we are somewhere I have never been. Where are we? This is incredible.
Yeah. Well, we're standing in the middle of the Hama Hama River Delta, out on the estuary. Tide's low in about an hour. It's a good low drainer tide. And here we have some of our long lines of oyster clusters.
This is cool.
These were planted in 2012, so they're around 5 or 6 years old. And the reason why we've got the rope suspended up off the bottom is to allow adequate current to circulate around the oysters. They grow a little faster, it keeps them away from the crabs and other predators.
This is something that most people don't see, right? Because normally this is...
What they see is a can of oyster meat
that's
in a jar in the metropolitan markets in Seattle, and they're delicious. They love them, but this is where it starts. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut these clusters up, and then we're gonna toss them in these tubs.
Okay.
You know, the oyster toss hasn't made its way into the Olympics yet, but could be the next, next big thing.
Next thing. Yep. So then this would go in the basket?
In the tub, yep.
In the tub. And then once the tide is in, you bring a barge out here and grab the tubs.
Yep, grab the buoys,
That's
lift the tubs up.
Just
and
crazy.
What's unique about this spot is this area of the farm might only be exposed for us to walk on about 150 days a year. And during those days, maybe only for 3 or 4 hours. And the logistics surrounding bed maintenance, crop harvest, seeding, all of those activities is pretty tricky.
Adam's crew has a lot of work to do before the tide returns, so we're going to get out of the way and go to where the new oysters are being seeded.
There's about 500 oysters in this bag.
Wow. Where are they?
They're coming.
Are they?
Yeah. There they go.
In a couple of years, these little guys will be ready to harvest.
You got most of them. Nice work.
That's hard. And so this is a multi-generation.
I'm 5th generation. What's fascinating to me is that we're still figuring out better ways of doing things.
Yeah.
There's lots of conservation agencies that are working on low impact development projects in terms of stormwater, drainage, those kinds of things. It's trying and challenging, but also really rewarding to be able to produce a product and then take that product to market, you know, around the country.
Every Hama Hama oyster is cleaned and processed right here on the farm. So back at the oyster saloon, I'm getting to work.
Yep. Boom, you got it. Okay. So now you can kind of pick it up and with a knife slightly inverted, scrape the top of that bottom shell and you'll, boom.
Boom.
Professionals only. Nice work.
Okay.
These are for you, these are for me.
Those are for you,
You
awesome.
think you're up to that?
I don't know. So these are grilled.
Yep, grilled oysters.
Smell amazing.
They've got a butter, garlic, lemon sauce on them. For most of my life, I've been taking oysters to just about every party, potluck, picnic I get invited to. You know, people love them.
This has been really fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Our
This
pleasure.
is a great way to end it.
Yes, for
I
sure.
love it.
Cheers.
Cheers.